expected mother is our customer. So from whom we preserve these stem cells at the time of birth of their child. Now in Cryoviva, we have sales and marketing team who play a very vital role in collecting the leads, which can be from different sources like hospitals, doctors, clinics, webs, etc. And we, with the help of backend teams like CRM, we do home presentations, and the prospects are actually enrolled into successful customers. So if I talk about technology, IT plays a very vital role in driving this entire process. Because starting from first step, from lead creation, lead follow-up, home visit presentations, followed by follow-ups to enrollment, everything is managed on IT platforms, which is built on mobile apps, .NET portals, etc. Now, once the enrollment is done, we again have an online process which is embedded with online payment methods, and this is seamlessly integrated from sales portal to the ERP. Finally, once the sample reaches our lab, the process of storing the sample and maintaining the necessary data is again supported by technology, which is in the form of LIMS. So this is the entire business model for Cryoviva. As far as technologies which are implemented at Cryoviva, we have mobile apps, which are both Android and iOS version for sales team. We also have an in-house created CRM sales portal, wherein all backend teams, CRM, CSM, marketing, finance, as well as sales, they are connected in a real time with a single version of info, which is flowing from one app to the other. We also have our in-house built LIMS, which caters all the minute related things to sample and works in accordance with CAP and AABV accreditations, which are necessary for stem cell banking. We also have our finance and purchase and stores, which are working directly on ERP, and these are strongly integrated with the lab and sales software. Over this, we have a layer of BI, which is strongly collaborates the information from all these systems and share a single version of truth. IT department has to play a very key role in how digital their company is and what would be the impact it can have on the customers. So for a CIO, while technology is integral to success, it's also about how clear the business strategy is. It has to be integrated with the operational processes and metrics to become more strategic and enable to have an overall view of customers in a holistic way. Now, every company leader knows how that to succeed, innovation must be core of their businesses. And to find out this, why, when, and how, we moved from a successful digital proof of concept, that's POC, to scaling the pilot innovation for growth and profit for most of our projects. We also worked on finding out what enables innovation in each business function. Now, these could be anything from using certain software applications to support operations to leveraging platforms to capture and analyze data to reveal the relevant insights. According to me, new innovations, they require company to reimagine how they work, to digitally transform their operations, and to exceed their customers' ever evolving needs. Now, each of these tasks have unique set of challenges. First challenge what I came across was that aligning the top management's view on definition of digital value. Now, whether it's using the technology to improve the customer experience or create an entirely new product, digital value can mean different things to different people. And this we have observed at each level. Now, when a company's top leader disagree on the desired outcomes for the proof of concept, uncertainty, hesitation may follow throughout the organization. And this effectively sabotaging the project before it begins. So too often what happens is there is a divide between the company which is trying to scale for customers and technology is deployed internally to support the scaling efforts. Now this gap also causes delays or unexpected bursts of internal change, which can further lead to challenge of managing future focused talent and legacy IT. So these were some of the points which we have also observed in our organization. And I strongly believe if top management, it's a top to bottom approach. If top management is aligned with the definition and the value of digital transformation, it goes down from top to bottom. We tried to adopt whatever new technologies are available and which would go for our market, because it's a very niche market. So we had a digital services platform to collect and analyze 360-degree data in real time. We have software applications and hardware orchestration to support operations, new models of functional collaboration and co-innovation to achieve on-time innovation. That is also one of the key areas that we've worked on. We've also worked on general purpose for specialized IT hardware backbone. Cloud-based platforms have been very helpful for us to drive open innovation. We have digitized all the processes for new savings to drive new growth for the organization. I strongly believe the relationship between the IT and the top management as well as the internal customers, that has switched a lot. Now the IT leader's role has changed. Instead of just playing a supporting part, we are expected to lead the product, services, and process innovation. So what we have tried is, I've tried to adopt the best practices. I've tried to standardize and simplify, which has been my mantra for Cryoviva operations. When I started building the IT tech team for my RJCorp Healthcare vertical, I worked on getting a culture of trust and ownership between my team members. I also got the entire team together, explained them which work was important to get done. And when someone came to me with the problem, I would be in a kind and gentle way, not give them solution, instead guide them and discover their own approach. This helps in two things. First, it takes away their ownership if I guide them directly. If I tell them what I would do, they will feel obligated to that. So second, my overarching goal has been not to solve problems, but to create problem solvers under me. And I strongly believe, being a leader, this should be the right approach, to create more and more problem solvers within your team so that they can also grow. I have revised my metrics so that it can be measured with two things that were most important for us to own. First is the commitment keeping. We have to be committed to the project and we have to be on time for all our deadlines. And second is our customer service. The customer service is very important. Either it is the internal customer or external customer, and it has been highly perlocated from top to bottom within my team. Shadow IT is also one thing which I believe, that instead of IT talent and roles which the non-IT department works in, and they hire their own team, we should have a very strong IT team, where an IT team can support the need of any of the departments, and they don't have to hire any individual resources in their department. And this has been followed very religiously in Cryoviva. My team is preferred as the provider of technology services, not because we exist, but because we are very good at keeping our commitments, and we really enjoy working like this. Main security risk for any of the cloud computing are compliance violation, identity theft, malware infection, data breaches. This is one of the core reasons which every CIO or CISO thinks. Now migrating to the cloud meant for us that we are shifting our in-house infrastructure to any of the external computing environment, which was challenging operation to carry out. And it was also that we need to give control to certain extent to external vendor. Also, a biggest problem that came in was convincing the management on data security and migration, because security of customer data is very important if we talk about healthcare. And it is also that management was hesitant in handing over the confidential data to the third party provider. Although the cloud environment we evaluated was fully secured, but still sharing of data was a biggest constraint for us. So before implementing, what we did, we created a private VPC. We created site-to-site VPN to do all end-to-end security checks. We provided internal confirmation to the management. And once we got a go-ahead, then we deployed all our things on the cloud. Some of the projects on the cloud, because we are into a hybrid environment. Also, API exposure in cloud for our mobile app migration, that was one of the problems that we faced. And because our APIs were developed according to the on-prem framework, and they were not developed on cloud framework when we deployed this project. So we implemented token based authentication to improve the security features on the APIs. It has been serious implications on public health, people health. COVID-19 is significantly impacting the businesses and the economy. And if I talk about stem cell industry, we have also witnessed loss of business, and this trend, if I talk about, it's expected to continue for the foreseeable future, which is at least 3 months. And there are losses as well as severe impact on the cash flows. But one lesson which I believe that we have learned in this crisis is that is the need for speed. The pandemic doesn't obey any speed limits. So business have to adopt to the quick fixes as well as workarounds. And innovation and business, if they work side by side, they are extremely important for survival. And what we have did to have a robust business continuity plan is must to mitigate the negative impacts of the large scale disruptions which is happening. As well as I believe flexibility and adaptability must be incorporated in all business ethos to work. If we talk about healthcare industry, healthcare being a necessity and not a luxury, this segment is likely to grow much better tangent as compared to other industries. And this will not drive the economic output for the healthcare industry alone, but for all overall Indian economy. Online meets, that's the first point that which helped us in staying in touch. While physical distance is must, but virtual distance is not, that I believe. So we organize regular meetups to keep our employees sane. Counseling and collaboration is again one point which I tried to focus during lockdown. I informed my team to have online counseling sessions with employees so that we could help in getting them off the load for the isolation anxiety, when their fears of, so just get them out of the stress, because everybody was in stress. So this could be one of the ways which we worked on, and I think we have to continue working on it. Again, one important point which I felt was, which helped me to have a strong bond with my team during the lockdown also, was transparent communication. This actually helps the employees informed about the current situation of the organization. If the business has suffered, so we need to tell the employees that what company is going on. If we keep up-to-date information with them, so this avoids conflicts, misunderstandings amongst the staff, and I think this helps a lot in leading to find solutions, which we can discuss about the problem, and we can find some good solutions. I strongly believe in this, and I practice empathy. So I've tried to offer flexible working hours option, given them to my team, so that they should not, and as well as I have not asked them for any specific explanations during this time. I think it was not necessary to do micromanaging at this time. So, and again, one biggest thing which I think everybody as a manager should do, as we take care of our family, we should also talk to our employees in the similar manner. I strongly believe that we should encourage healthy habits, because health is crucial for everyone, and during this crisis, keeping healthy was actually crucial a lot. It is still. So promoting good hygiene and social distancing, this was one of the point which I tried that I should take care of. And I used to send messages to my team so that we all maintain that. Need of the hour is to enhance AI analytics model, which will help to, which these models will help to prevent issues and predict better where the investment should be focused on. Now, our strategy will be agile, and planning of IT spending in the coming future will really depend on business needs. Now, lockdown has really taught us what are essential processes for us, as well as what is essential services in our organizations. So there's a need to apply the knowledge and combine it with innovative technologies, while thinking about what technologies we should invest in and what technologies can be postponed to further years. Expenditure is always related and connected with business outcomes. So if I if the business is not growing much, and if I start asking for expenditure, that would not be the right approach being a business leader. So we will be needing, yeah, surely we will be needing to expand our infrastructure and IT services to support better to the business. But surely we would be investing on the technologies which really are important. And for the non-critical new IT projects, I am planning to postpone it for some time. So 2021 plan is to focus on developing new revenue streams through digital technology. The strategy is also to leverage digital technologies and channels which will lead to automation of those processes which become convenient for our customers, which could be either our external customers or internal customers. Both the customers are really important for us. So that is the biggest agenda: customer satisfaction as well as security. Rest all projects will surely postpone for 21-22.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.